Hey everybody, haven't done an update on the cow herd in a while and just got done moving them here. Figured we would do a quick one. Look at some pasture here first. This is the third rotation here Memorial Day weekend, and pretty happy. A lot of clover, some fescue, a little bit of orchard grass, some weeds. That's burdock, those broad leaves back there, and these cows are actually eating them. Some of my ladies coming to say hello. So if you've watched previous videos I've posted about cows, what we do is buy culled brood cows at our local sale, and we graze them for a year, and then we will harvest them either as ground beef or if the carcass is good enough quality, we will take the roasts and steak out of it. These girls here having a good time. A side benefit of this with buying these pound cows is many times they are not pregnancy checked, so we're rolling the dice on possibly buying a pregnant cow. And as you can see back here, out of our 30 that we bought last fall, we have 13 calves right now of various sizes, everything from that little one back there to these ones in the middle, so that's an extra bonus there. But I wanted to look at a couple of these cows here at the end of May. You really can see their condition pop out when they are given some quality hay over the winter and kind of given a break, and then they hit that spring forage where we are grazing them more as if it was a finishing herd than a brood herd, so rapid movements. This is the paddock they just came out of, so we're not making them grind these pastures down like a lot of guys would do with their brood animals. These are treated more like finishing animals, and you can see that condition come back on these old girls, like these guys right over here. That's some good condition for an old cow that 6 months ago was probably 200 pounds lighter and quite bony. So I've been pretty pleased. One thing, covering some other points that we do deal with buying these older cows, is some mortality. We're probably running anywhere from 5 to 10% mortality bringing these old cows in. Some of them just fall apart. If we catch it in time where it looks like she's going downhill and we can cycle her back to the sale real quick, one of those order buyers will buy her and send her in immediately for ground beef. But what we need is a cow that can go for another year. So we're trying to buy the better quality ones, but sometimes you just make a bad decision when you have that 10 seconds to decide to buy or not, and it happens. So we lost, I think, 2 out of this group over the winter. One just died suddenly and randomly one day. Another one slowly went downhill, and we tried to bring her back with some Draxin, and it just didn't work, and she was dead 2 days later. So that is a downside risk to doing this, but the way cull prices have been for the last several years and continue to be this year, and likely will continue trending at least through this year and probably into the next couple of years, they are one of the most undervalued animals on the market if you have access to retail. There's not a huge demand for these culled animals in the commodity market because we are in a surplus. So a lot of these processors are already looking to unload their normal feedlot finished carcasses, and there's not a big demand for these extra old cow carcasses that don't fit the mold and require specialized processing. So we're talking about a lot of these types of cows around here. Last winter I got for an average of 52 cents a pound. That's pretty good price. And you can see there's some oddballs in here. She's probably got some dairy influence in her or something, who knows. Some reds, some blacks, Charolais up there, and so on. But you know what, that doesn't matter. When these are hanging in the cooler and when you are putting them on the grill or in the crock pot or in the oven, management ends up being a much bigger component of good tasting beef than breed. I've become pretty convinced of that. So anyway, That's what we got going on out here. And wishing all of you guys a happy Memorial Day weekend. Take a minute and reflect and ponder on those who have sacrificed their lives to give us the freedom to do things like this and enjoy delicious steak. So until next time, guys, y'all take care.